Hey, this is Joel with Junk Car Boys Cash for Cars, and we're going to talk real quick about selling your junk car and getting cash for it in Rhode Island. We're in the Rhode Island area, so that's why we're making this video, letting you know that we now pay cash for junk cars in Rhode Island, and we send a free tow truck to you to come and pick up your vehicle. A couple things you want to watch out for if you're shopping around to work with a cash for junk car company. A few things to watch out for. Number one, fake quotes, and what I mean by fake quotes is when you call and they give you a quote over the phone, they give you a high quote because they know you're just shopping around for the highest price possible. So they give you a high quote to get you to basically come into agreement with them to come pick up your vehicle. So they set you all up. They send a tow truck out to your house. When the tow truck shows up, that's when the game starts and they start haggling with you and they start making up all kinds of excuses why they can't pay you as much as they told you over the phone. And they'll make it like, oh, you know, the car's in a lot worse condition than we thought, and they make up all kinds of crazy stuff which we could go over, but there's no point. Gist of the story is high quotes, the old bait and switch tactic. Watch out for it. Ask them to guarantee that price and tell them don't come out if you're going to pay me a penny less. Put them on the spot, and the guys that are real will say we're not going to drop it. Guarantee our quote. Number two, only deal with the licensed company. What that means, a lot of guys are running around buying and selling cars, putting up fancy websites so they look like a big company, but they're really just a small-time operation, and they're unlicensed to be doing what they're doing. So that's a danger to you. A lot of people don't realize this. Why is that a danger to you? What do you care? You just want cash for your car and you want out of it. Here's the problem. When you deal with an unlicensed company, they have to do what's called flipping the title while it's still in your name. So that means they're reselling these cars while the cars are still in your name because legally they can't take on any kind of ownership on that vehicle. So they're going around flipping these cars. Other people are driving around your car. You may be like, well, my car is broke down. That's why I sold it. No, a lot of these guys, if your car has any sort of value whatsoever, they refix it and sell it on Craigslist or whatever. And so there's random strangers driving your car around now while it's in your name. So if they get in an accident, parking tickets, pulled over, the car gets used in a crime, gets impounded, all these things, I'm saying this because we see this all the time. These are real things that happen very regularly. That's why we're talking about this. If it happened once in a blue moon, I wouldn't make a video about it. But this happens all the time. That's why it should be great concern to you to only do business with a licensed company. So don't be scared to ask these companies when you call them on the phone what their dealer number is and what their licenses are. So anyways, watch out for those fake quotes and make sure you're dealing with a licensed company. Number three, find out the real business name. A lot of guys put up all kinds of different websites. They're using fake business names. You know, cash for cars, whatever, cash for junk cars, whatever. Usually if it's a generic name like that, you know, that just kind of tells you what the business does but doesn't really give you a name. You know, Junk Car Boys is a business name. Ask them, what's your real business name? And then if it's not the same as their website, say, how come your website says a different name? Because a lot of times the reason they do that is because it keeps them from getting bad reviews. So, for example, if you call a company, you know, cash for whatever, and then they screw you somehow and you want to leave a bad review, say you sold them your car and now you're getting parking tickets, or they show up and they haggle you down, you want to go on the internet and leave a bad review. You don't even know who they are because there's a million companies named Cash for Junk Cars, and so you don't know who's who. That's why everyone runs under names like that. And usually you're dealing with a real legit company. They want you to know who you're doing business with, so they'll actually use the real business name on all of their websites and whatnot. So usually it's a red flag if their websites aren't matching up with who they are. That's just a quick tip. Is it like that 100% of the time? Probably not, but is it like that 99% of the time? Yeah. So there's your three tips. We'll go over them real quick again. Fake phone quotes, make them guarantee it. Find out what if they're licensed to be doing business. If they are, say, hey, what's your dealer number? Number three, what's your real business name? I mean, you can even hop on the internet and find out if they're a real business or not, if they're pulling your leg. And then you know who you sold your car to, so if anything does happen, you know exactly who to go to. Why do I know this? We get calls every single day from people asking if we bought their car. They're just calling around trying to find out who bought their car because they don't know who they sold their car to, and now they're dealing with problems. So don't get screwed. It's not worth getting an extra 20 bucks over, or 20 or 30 bucks. Everybody's in the same ballpark of what they can pay you for your junk car, so just give your business to a legit company that deserves it. Know who you're doing business with. All right. Thanks, guys. Good luck out there.